Hello, it's Phil Thatch, and today I am at the UTC Arena where I'm going to be photographing college basketball with the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga taking on the Belmont Bruins out of Nashville. And Heather's here with me as well. Heather's going to be shooting with her R7 and the 24 to 72.8, and I'm going to be shooting the R6 Mark II with the 24 to 105 f4L. All right, here are my pictures with the R6 Mark II and the 24 to 105 f4 from the first half. And I know you've seen me take a lot of pictures of mockingbirds if you look at my bird videos on the channel. Look, here is the mascot for the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and it's a mockingbird. So there you have it. And here we go. We're going to start with some pictures. Like I said, I used the 24 to 105 f4. I shot mostly at 1/800th, and I was using automatic ISO wide open at f4, and I was shooting at 2/3 of a stop underexposed, so I wouldn't blow out the whites of the uniforms. It was a lot of fun sitting right there on the baseline with Heather right beside me and 3 or 4 other photographers and a cameraman for ESPN Plus right down there at the baseline. Now this guy, number 33, he's the center. He's 7 feet tall. He's a graduate student transferred from VMI, and this was the 6th week of the basketball season. Here he is again, and he has received Southern Conference, SoCon, as you can see there on the jersey, Southern Conference Player of the Week 4 weeks in a row and 5 weeks out of the 6. He was really good. He ended up scoring 32 points in this ball game and had 20 rebounds, I believe. So he had a great game, and like I say, it was a lot of fun. Pretty decent crowd. The lower level of the UTC Arena, which actually seats, the entire thing seats 11,200 for basketball. Not a whole lot of people at all in the upper level, but the lower level was pretty much full for this home game. Here you can see up here in the top, not many people, but the lower bowl is pretty full all the way around. They don't have tickets for this section over here, but most of the rest of it was full, so that was cool. There's a free throw, and this is one of my favorite shots of mine of the entire set. This guy doing it, he had gone under and done a reverse layup, and here's number 33 shooting one. This was a rebound here. He was number 5, was attempting to keep the ball from going out of bounds. I'm not sure if he was successful, but I thought the shot came out okay, even though I cut off his foot, which I don't like to do. Number 22 driving towards the hoop. 13 doing the same. I like the framing of this, where this guy's arm was kind of framing number 13 in that shot. Here's the point guard, number 10. He's a really awesome player to watch. He's driving to the hoop and continuing to drive to the hoop here in this shot. Number 33, not only did he score a bunch, he also got fouled a ton. And here he is driving to the hoop, and 2 guys just tearing him to pieces. Here's a little pull-up jumper. This shot, he got fouled as he was driving to the hoop, jumped up, made the shot, and ended up getting knocked to the floor, but he was pretty excited about it. I just barely got this shot. I was so busy being impressed by the play, I forgot to make the shot and just barely got it at the very end. This guy right here, you can see the official almost blocking my shot. Of course, he is in the act of fouling this guy, and as soon as the official blew the whistle, he turned around and said, "I didn't touch him." And I'm thinking, yes, you did. And that's my last shot from the first half. Okay, now we have Heather's shots from the first half, and again, she was using the R7 and the 24 to 70 f2.8, and she was shooting wide open, also underexposing by 2/3 of a stop to try to save the whites, and she was at 1/800. And here is up closer picture of the mockingbird mascot. With the 24 to 70, she had on the 70mm end, I think she had 112mm full frame equivalent, so she had a little bit more reach than me, even though I had a longer lens because she's on the APS-C camera. Here's number 33 coming in, as he often does, trying to score, and look at that cool looking, almost a hook shot, I guess. I think the one setting that I may recommend that Heather and I change next time we shoot basketball here is maybe a little bit faster shutter speed. I think maybe 1/800 might have been just a little bit too slow. There is a little bit more motion blur in some of these than I would like, so maybe we should try shooting at 1/1000th or 1/1250th or something along those lines. Look at that 3-point shot attempt. Dude's way off the ground. I don't think I got any pictures of this young man, but Heather, I got a couple, so that's really cool. I think I got a shot of this guy during this drive, but not the same angle as her. You know, she was right beside me, but even though she was right beside me, her angles are a little bit different. So it's interesting to compare our shots as these folks drive towards the basket. Heather was unhappy that his heel was cut off, and I don't blame her, but the shot's still good, I think. I got a shot pretty similar to that on this same drive. And there's number 33 being fouled, as he often is. The point guard, look at that effort to make that pass and to drive. This is the one where he got fouled, made the shot, and ended up on the floor. And great team player, 33, is helping him up. So I think this is Heather's last shot from the first half. Now we've moved to the other side of the gym during halftime, and there's my buddy Ray, who's talking to another one of the photographers during the halftime break, and you can see his Nikon Z9 there in his hand. And now we are back in action, and there's number 33 once again driving to the hoop, and number 22 pulling up for a shot. And there's another foul. This is number 10, I didn't touch him, is performing another foul on this play. And here's a little hook shot or reverse layup, a little bit of both. Free throw. This is a rebound. I hate that I cut their feet off, but I thought it was a really cool action shot because he had really fought to get that ball. And another free throw. And this was during a TV timeout. They had some youngsters come out and see who could get the most shots, and I really thought this shot of this young man taking a shot turned out pretty good. Some more action. This dude has gotten number 25 to jump way up, and then he waited till 25 landed, and then he took his shot. Number 5 driving to the hoop. And there's the coach. Thought it'd be interesting to get the coach. This is his first year coaching the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Here's another shot of Ray with his setup. I think he's got his Z9 set up to where he can quickly and somewhat automatically send pictures to the university without having to get them off of his card. So that's pretty cool. And there is Heather. She is using the R7, and she's using my 24-70 f2.8. Some more action at the hoop. There's number 33 driving again and shooting. I think this was a three-pointer that ended up being good. And here is Walker, who has driven to the basket and fallen down right in front of us. I hate that this shot's not straight. It's not cropped at all. I just thought I'd show how close the players get when they fall right next to you. A little free throw action and some more free throw action. And then I switched and put the 70 to 200 on for just a little bit. I thought, it's not all that great for under the hoop action, but you can get some kind of detail, almost portrait type shots with the 70 to 200 that you can't get with 24 to 105. And I really wanted to get some shots of the coach, and I like the way these turned out a lot because the coach is nice and in focus, and the crowd in the lower section of the arena was pretty full, like I mentioned before, and the crowd is nicely bokeh-fied. So I like the way that shot turned out, and this one as well. I think maybe these shots of the coach might be my two favorite shots of the whole game. Here's number 10, the point guard, coming down the floor, another 200 millimeter shot, and he's past half court, so you can't get this shot with the 24 to 105, but you can with the 70 to 200. And here is the band. They were behind us. I like band kids. They are my favorites, and these kids were having a really nice time and enjoying the basketball game. And here it is. Look, there's 0.4 of a second left in the game, and it's all tied up at 68. This game ended up going into overtime. There's number 33 shooting a free throw in overtime. Another one of the players driving to the hoop. And that's the end of my shots for the second half. Here are Heather's shots from the second half, and of course we moved to the other side of the gymnasium so we could watch the home team trying to score, and trying to score they did. It was a lot of fun. This was Heather's first time ever shooting basketball at all, ever, and it was my first time shooting men's college basketball. Loved that shot. Great job. I had shot women's college basketball. I got a shot very similar to this one of this rebound. Free throw shots are cool. But like I say, Heather's first time ever shooting basketball, my first time ever shooting men's college basketball. When you're shooting basketball of someone dribbling, you want to have the ball close to their hand. But Heather thought it looked cool the way this ball was smashed on the floor during this dribble. So I said, yeah, go ahead and share it because it looks cool. Number 33 driving to the hoop. And there's another compression shot of the ball being dribbled on the floor. Like I say, when you're photographing basketball players driving like this, you want to use the picture where the ball is at their hand because it looks like they have control of the ball. But these two shots that Heather shared with the ball smashed were definitely worth sharing because it's just cool looking, I thought. High effort. Basketball is a high effort. You know, the one thing that we never did see during this game that I really wish we had seen was a breakaway, kind of a fast break where somebody comes down and dunks it. I really wanted to get that shot, and that just never happened during this game. These two teams were very evenly matched, and the game came down to overtime, and UTC ended up losing. They were behind almost the whole game, and then they came back and took the lead right at the end of regulation, and then they had 5 minutes of overtime, and they ended up losing. But what a hard-fought game. Well, that was a heartbreaker. The Mocs ended up losing in overtime, but it was still pretty awesome. We enjoyed doing the photography, and we hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye from the UTC Arena in Chattanooga.